Hello dear viewers, and welcome back to the channel. I'm Mavri, where today we are going to be continuing our watch with Shield Hero episode 21. So last episode, we kind of finally went through the entire arc in regards to the Free Heroes Church. Now I'm still holding out on whether or not this actually, their rebellion means something bigger, or is it just an isolated incident and just really an excuse to bring the queen back, and so she can finally explain to us what this whole mess is about, right? And personally, that's what I'm looking forward to the most as well. I'd like for the queen to have a nice conversation with Naofumi and to let us viewers also know like what the entire situation is, maybe the background of this country, the background of the situation, why exactly they hate the Shield Hero so much, and perhaps maybe even some stuff in regards to demi-humans versus humans, right? So that's the part that I'm most looking forward to. Naofumi was also is also quite injured, I guess you could say, due to results of his feedback from using curses. So I also expect him to maybe take this time to settle down a bit, if you will. Or maybe the queen has some miracle, not miracle power, but she knows a way in order to heal Naofumi faster. That's also a possibility, right? But in any case, I do look forward to the two of them finally having a chance to chat. Beyond that, also last episode, I believe during the preview, the actual episode title was something sort of like Naofumi returns to glory, or it gets redemption or something like that. So I also expect, especially with the queen back here now, most of his prior accusations to be dropped and whatnot, and maybe he will be revered as a hero again. And that would be nice to see, right? 20 episodes of him being basically the punching bag of the nation. Although, can you really use punching bag? He wasn't really punched by anybody. He more made punching bags out of other people. But anyways, you guys know what I mean. So, in all, I do believe that this is probably going to be more of a feel-good episode. So, let's just see if that's what happens. Alrighty, so let's begin in 3, 2, 1, play. Oh. Sorry about that. Oh? Wait, what? Oh. Is that a prenomination? Looking into the future one? Aw, look at that. All three of them are here. Everything's coming up now for me. Naofumi's triumphant return. So his curse really put him nearly Multi-Marilia. Feedback damage. Okay, because of the thing that she gave him. Ah, the queen.
聖勇者の一人。あなたは波から世界を救うお方なのですから。
その割にはこの国の連中は随分盾を嫌ってるようだがな。冤罪をふっかけられるずっと前から。
直文様、すべてお話しします。
Do tell.
それは私が来たる波への対策を話し合う世界観
An international forum?
を離れていた時に起こりました。会議の末、大国がそれぞれ1回ずつ死聖勇者を召喚し、
So there's 4 major nations?
することが決定されたのですが、その時にはすでにメルロマルクただ一国で死聖勇者全員が召喚されていたのです。このことに各国は激怒し、私はそれを鎮めるために奔走しました。
Okay, so yeah.
全部あのクズ王とピッチ王女が勝手にやったってことなのか。
もちろん二人が軽挙盲導に走らぬよう、誠に真のおける両
Slut prince.
の間の一切を任せていました。ですが、陛下が不在の間に発生した一度目の波で命を落とされて、その方がセイアエットの漁師様だったのです。
セイアエット。そういうことか。それよりメルティ、お前なんか喋り方変だぞ。
しょうがないでしょ、陛下の前なんだから。私の知らないメルティの一面を見られて嬉しい限りです。今後とも岩谷様には仲良くしていただくのですよ。
で、なんで盾の俺だけが蔑まれる羽目になったんだ。
オルト・クレイはある理由から盾の勇者を憎んでいました。そこを三遊教につけ入られ利用されたのです。
俺より前の勇者ってことだよな。完全に逆恨みというかとばっちりじゃないか。
そこへマルティまでが加担し、あなたを貶めたのです。
別の国に召喚されていたなら随分違っていたんだろうな。
Probably.
例えばアジン絶対主義のシルトベルト。かの国では盾の勇者は崇拝される存在です。
See, they mentioned supremacy. So this is definitely a racial war.
する権利も筋合いもありません。ですが、岩谷様の受けた屈辱は私が全力で晴らし、おめえも必ず注ぐことを約束します。そしてこれまでの波への対処と三遊教を退けた功績をたたえ、我が国最高位である勲章の叙勲と報奨金として金貨500枚をお渡しいたします。ナオミ様、それもらったらフィーロご飯いっぱい食べられる？もちろんよ。やったー。最後に岩谷様にだけお話ししたいことがあります。ラフタリアさん、フィーロちゃん、先にお部屋に戻りましょう。
Okay. Now let's get to the main part.
不服ですか？
どうせ何か企んでのことだろうからな。
メルロマルクはもはや盾の勇者様に頼るほか生き残る道はありません。
俺はこの国にとどまるつもりはない。波が現れるところへ行ってその都度退ける。それが元の世界に戻る一番の近道だからな。
Still wants to return?
ところで岩谷様、体のお加減は？
この通り歩くことくらいはできる。
それでは明日王城までご足労いただけないでしょうか。
城へ？
岩谷様の冤罪を衆目のもとで晴らすためです。そしてオルト・クレイとマルティの罪を解く。このことはまだ私と岩谷様しか知りません。岩谷様が我が国に協力していただくか否かにかかわらず執行いたします。これがメルロマルクの、いえ、女王たる私の決め
Oh.
です。
Is she going to strip them of their
あんたの夫
titles?
致し方のないことです。彼らはそれだけのことをしてしまったのですから。すでに国民にも触れ回っています。重大な発表があるから可能な限り城下へ集まるようにとだけ。岩谷様には明日だけはぜひとも立ち会っていただきたいのです。この程度であなたの怒りが収まるとはもちろん思っておりませんが、どうか。ほら、面白い。ご主人様に教えてもらったの。女王様とは お話しされたのですか？
大した話じゃない。明日俺の冤罪を晴らすから城へ来てくれだとさ。
本当ですか？
おい。
よかった。やっと直文様は何も間違ってなかったって証明されるんですね。本当によかった。
Wait, seriously?
なんだその目は。当然の報いだろ。お前たちは死んで当然のことをやったんだからな。
I would get stripping them of their titles and whatnot, but beheading them? That's...
なんでもない。
でも
明日も早いんだ。ちゃんと休んでおけ。あんな奴ら、どうやったって。
He's gonna save them, isn't he?
なぜ我々は城内に入れないのだ。盾の勇者の従者だけとはどういうことだ。マルドさん、落ち着いて。うるさい。
Hmm?
外すごい人でしたね。
What's the point of that
メロちゃんは
scene?
城に着くなり騎士の皆さんと先に行っちゃいましたからね。
多分、女王と一緒だろう。
無事で何よりです。
あんなチート技を使った後にしては元気そうだな。
これでも中身はガタガタなんだがな。それよりもマインを知らないか。あれっきり全然姿を見せないんだ。
王女の仕事で忙しいんじゃないのか。
教皇を倒した僕らへのサプライズでも用意してるとか。
あ、そっか。絶対それだ。
He's probably imprisoned.
勇者様、ご入場ください。
Oh, this is definitely a different scene.
ようこそお越しくださいました。姿勢勇者の皆様。
マインはどこだ。
王様もいませんね。二人をここへ。
Yep, arrested.
マイン。
元康様、助けて。
王にまで手かせを。どういうことだ。
見ての通り、彼らは罪人です。それでは始めましょうか。愚かな王妃と第一王女の弾劾裁判を。
Dang.
裁判だって。王様とお姫様のか。面白いことになってきたな。あちゃ。
ママ、ひどいわ、こんなのあんまりよ。
女王よ、何故このような暴挙に出るのだ。お前らしくもない。
この場は姿勢勇者立ち会いのもと、国の根幹を揺るがす大罪を犯した者たちを女王である私自らが裁くために設けたものです。
何を。まさかお前も盾の悪魔に洗脳されて。
盾の勇者様にそのような能力はありません。少し考えればわかることでしょう。なんなの。裁判の公正を期すため一時的に奴隷門を刻みます。
Dang. So she can't lie?
娘になんてことをするんだ。
マルティにはひどい虚言癖がありますので。そんな、私素直で誠実ないい子でしょ。やめて、ママ。
Ooh. Dang.
裁判を執り行います。とはいえ、あなたたちの犯した罪はすでに言い逃れなどできぬほどに明白。
そんなのやってみなきゃわからないじゃないか。っていうか、一体どんな罪を犯したって言うんだ。
そこからか。
この度の一連の事件、偽りの生武器を所持し、世界の救世主である姿勢勇者の抹殺を目論んだ三遊教教皇はその場で討ち取りました。三遊教残党の総統も目下進めています。
Dang.
王と第一王女も三遊教と結託していたのです。
なんだって。
Nariyasu, just shut up.
三遊教と結託なんてするわけ。第一王女ともあろう者が国家転覆を目論むとは。違うわ。奴らは盾どころか三勇者まで殺そうとしたのよ。その上王家まで。そんな 恐ろしいことに私が関わるわけないじゃない。
ほら、やっぱり眉は悪くない。
では王位継承権1位のメルティを暗殺し、その罪を盾の勇者様にかぶせようとしたことは。だからそんなのやってない。お姉様。
マルティ、それは本当か？
違うのよパパ。私は。
Dang.
あなたは三遊教と共謀し、メルティを亡き者にして継承権1位の座に就こうとした。そのために盾の勇者様を誘拐犯にまで仕立て上げ、メルティが逃げる野山に火をも放った。違いますか？メルティは私の可愛い妹よ。違うに決まってる。
確かに彼女は本気で第二王子を殺そうとしているようだった。
ええ、それはこの目で見ました。そんな。
マルティ、なんていうこ
あな
とを。
たもまた三遊教と示し合わせ、私が不在の間に死生勇者を一度に召喚した。
あの恐ろしい波に対抗するには勇者の力がどうしても必要だったのだ。それに盾は我が娘に対し犯してはならぬ禁忌を。
そうだ、直文は眉を。
Oh.
ではマルティに聞きます。あなたは盾の勇者様に襲われたのですか？そうよ。私は盾の悪魔に侵されそうに。
嘘だ、こんなのデタラメだ。
でしたら槍の勇者様もマルティと奴隷契約をされてみては。
ああ、俺がマインの無実を証明してやる。
Oh?
よし、マイン、君はあの夜直文に襲われて俺の助けを求めに来た。そうだよな。
そうよ。私はすごく怖くて元康様に
なんだ、嘘だったのか。考えてみりゃそうか。そこまでして盾の
Hmm.
勇者。
そこからはただただ不快な茶番が続いた。衆目の前で俺の冤罪が晴れていくだというのに、俺の心はちっとも晴れた気がしなかった。
Oh, come on.
この後の結末を知っているからか、俺はそれを待ち望んでいるのだ。
Alright, he's going to stop.
これでお分かりになったでしょう。この者たちは王族という身分でありながら、いかに卑しく汚い手を使い、何ら実績を示すこともなく、対立する者たちを貶め、己がためだけに権力を手に入れようとしていたか。違う、私は。
確かにわしは王族にあるまじきことをしたかもしれん。だがそれも皆我が愛する国のため、家族のために。そのためにわしは盾を排除しようとしたのだ。盾は悪魔だ。かつて我が家族が受けた災いをこたびも必ずもたらす。そんなことは断じて許さん。断じてな。
最後のチャンスを棒に振ってまで、そこまで盾の勇者が憎いのか。
判決を言い渡します。オルト・クレイ・メルロマルク32世およびマルティ・メルロマルクは対逆罪、国家反逆共謀罪によりその王位を剥奪しかる後に死刑に処す。
Dang.
この二人は民を守るべき立場にありながら権力闘争に明け暮れ、あの波の後も民を救済しようとしなかった。そのせいでどれだけの民が傷つき、そして死んでいったことか。これは許されぬことです。あなたもその目で見てきたはずです。多くの悲しみと怒りを。
Hmm.
それは刑の執行は即日、今この時、滞在人たちの最後を我が国民に見せしめるのです。
I don't know how I feel about this. I know that in the end, probably Nafumi's gonna save them, but high treason is punishable by death.
国民を欺いた者は万死に値する。それが王族であったのならなおさらのこと。
Yeah.
それを今ここに示しましょう。
She needs to maintain the honor of the royalty as well.
いいのか、これで。
But why do they deserve saving? What was the...
そんな奴らには死刑なんて生ぬるい。死ねばそこで終わりだ。こんな奴らがそれで済んでいいのか？ドレーモンも反応しなかった。散々貶めてきた相手に本気で命乞いをするような面の皮の厚い奴らだ。それだけ熱いとギロチンの刃も通らないかもな。だから俺から提案だ。王はこれからクズ、第一王女はビッチと名前を改めろ。これから一生その名で生きていくんだ。
So that's why everybody calls her the bitch princess.
ちなみにマルティには冒険者としてマインという名もあるようです。そちらは？
じゃあビッチの冒険者名はアバズレだ。
Bitch slut.
今回の事件において一番の功労者である盾の勇者様から最大級の恩情がかけられました。よって以降はオルトクレイヨーをクズ、マルティ王女をビッチ、冒険者名をアバズレ。
Dang.
そして事件最大の原因である三遊教はこれをもって廃止。メルロマルク国は新たに死聖教を国教とします。
That's kind of... But... What?
三遊教にも盾教にも敵対視されない。なるほどな。あいつが一番の食わせ者だったのかもな。
She definitely had a backup in plan. But,
どこへ行くんだ？盛り上がりは最高潮ですよ。
やはり我が国に協力いただくことは叶わないのでしょうか。これより皆様の活躍をたたえ、叙勲と報奨金の授与を行いたいと思います。せめてそれだけでも。
そんなものをもらっても嬉しくもなんともない。だが協力はする。
え？
メルロマルクだけじゃない。世界中の国々とだ。俺たちは波から世界を救う死生勇者なんだろ。お前。
その通りです。ですが、それではこちらの気が済みません。他にお望みのものがあれば何でもご用意いたします。
arrange a ship.
考えておく。それじゃ式典には俺たちだけで行こうぜ。はい。
お世話になりました。メルちゃんも行こうよ。いいろ、わがまま言わないの。ラフタリアさんもありがとう。必ずメルロマルクをアジンさんたちも住みやすい国に変えてみせるわ。
But we still got 5 episodes to go. Or 4? Huh. So we're not actually ending the season right right after he gets redemption?
もし岩谷様が刑の執行を止めなければ、私の命と引き換えに二人の除名を訴えるつもりでした。岩谷様にはそれをとうに見抜かれていたのかもしれませんね。
Hmm.
メルティさん、ナオフミ様には何も言いませんでしたね。
ま、そんなもんだろ。
ナオフミ様が言わせる暇をあげないからですよ。
知るか。聖人様、盾の勇者様。
ナオフミ様、この方たちは。
The people that he helped.
諸殿に対し捧げ剣。あいつら。
See, these are people he has a relationship with, so now he accepts that.
ここまで連れてきて
Hmm.
最初にここから出た時は信頼と金、名誉、勇者としての尊厳、全てを失っていた。俺が盾の勇者になったせいで。けど、それを全て取り戻せたとも、取り戻したいとも思わない。俺は盾の勇者になったおかげで、もっと大事なものを手に入れたんだ。波が起これば、
Oh.
仲間たちと一緒にどこへだっていく。
But aren't there still more waves here?
姿勢勇者の、盾の勇者の使命だから。
That's kind of confusing, but oh well. Well, well, that was quite the cathartic episode, wasn't it? We finally cleared Naofumi's name of all wrongdoings, he gets his redemption, he gets his honor back, and, you know, all things are looking up for Naofumi, right? Now, before we talk about that though, I have to give props to the queen. I actually did not expect her to be this strong-willed as to make a decision just like that, right? And it's doubly so, like, I know a lot of people might say, they just got their just due and what they deserve and whatnot, but, you know, the queen made it this way. Like, there was no reason for her to, if she really wanted to be a little bit more selfish, there would have been more than enough ways for her to just sweep this whole thing under a rug, right? Especially considering that they now have a perfect scapegoat in the Pope and the Free Heroes Church. They could have pinned a lot of the different guilts and crimes onto them instead, and, you know, sweep the whole thing with Melty and with, Mine and the king under the rug, right? So she did this purely to, I think it's either one of two things. One is she does have a strong sense of justice herself, or more likely, and to me I think it's more plausible, is that she has a strong sense of responsibility to the people, and in her mind the only way that she can take care of her people, as she said here, is by appeasing the shield hero, right? Getting the shield hero on the good side of the nation, and that is why she needs to do the things that she must do in order to, you know, to calm the anger of the shield hero, at least in some sort of way. That I feel like is her ultimate goal, and, you know, like I said, not out of a strong sense of justice or anything, but because she simply wants to do the best for her people. And so I applaud her, right? I personally had thought that, you know, maybe my guess at the beginning was that the princess and the king would have their titles stripped and probably exiled, right? That was more what I thought would happen. I definitely did not expect her to just directly sentence them to death. Although it does make perfect sense, right? In thinking about it, high treason has always been punishable by death. I mentioned this last episode as well. So, and especially in a case where royalty is involved in treason, trying to overthrow the state, that's even more, in a way, more dangerous than just a normal person leading a rebellion and whatnot, because they are actually royalty, right? They control more power and influence, and what history has taught us is that whenever there's this kind of in-house feuds, a lot of the times, you know, brothers and sisters and whatnot, they will be taken care of as well. So, you know, sentencing them to death, not out of the ordinary, but definitely I feel there was some manipulation involved here, right? The queen was definitely trying to force Naofumi's hand by not even allowing anyone any time to think this through, right? With the rushed execution and whatnot, they had to make a decision right then and there. Although, again, I feel like that is, you know, she has her backup plan as well. She wants the king and the princess to live. Family is still family, but she did what she had to do for the shield hero. And I guess you can also say that she has a good read on Naofumi's personality, and so that's why she did this thing in the end. But well, Naofumi's just too much of a nice guy, right? Although, even in this part, I'm kind of you know, it kind of intrigues me as to whether or not Naofumi would have actually saved the princess and the king if he hadn't seen the queen's reluctance to do so, right? If the queen was really, you know, that iron-hearted and, you know, showed no signs of regret in terms of executing them, I don't know, would Naofumi still speak up when Mine called out to him in the end? That, I feel like, is an interesting thought experiment, right? I actually think no. I actually think he's doing this purely out of sympathy for the queen. But, I mean, we can argue either way, and it's not really that important anyways, because, you know, they're still alive, they've been spared, probably like I said, so the end goal of them is they've changed their names, they've been stripped of their titles, and maybe, possibly, exiled, or maybe not. But what I can say is, I have a feeling that these two are going to be more trouble later on down the road. Hatred runs deep, revenge is always something in these characters' minds. I bet to them, they probably don't even think about their own crimes or sins. They just think none of this would have happened if it wasn't for the shield hero. So somehow I believe that they're probably going to be back and mean more trouble, especially the king, who also has a deeper hatred for the shield hero, which is, I mean, probably bordering on irrationality, right? So there's definitely going to be some trouble brewing there as well. But I guess that's for later. So anyways, it was nice to see in the end, you know, how all the people that Naofumi helped over these past few episodes were there for him, and whatnot. And, so what's going to happen next, right? We got 4 episodes left until the end of the season. I believe this, work ends in episode 25, so 4 more episodes. And, you know, the waves are still not gone yet for this nation, right? So I'm thinking right now maybe 2 episodes are spent allowing Naofumi to travel to another country to sort of level up, you know, change professions or whatnot so that he can go past the level cap, and then maybe another 2 episodes to fight the final wave and end this season, right? That's maybe what's going to happen. Otherwise, I kind of don't know what kind of content they can fit into 4 episodes. And by the way, there's still a lot of things that are unanswered as well that I was hoping to get an answer for, including, you know, why exactly does this nation hate the shield heroes so much? What is the main conflict there, right? As well as no, and also some situations in regards to the other nations as well. I've been talking about this also in the past, where I do believe that this is a racial problem. Like other nations, as it's mentioned, they practice demi-human supremacy, so maybe they have racism against normal humans as well, and it's this kind of conflict between all the different nations. So that's probably going to be still a major theme going forward. I still definitely don't think this is as black and white as it is. There's probably still going to be some gray areas there, like Sylvette or whatnot. It's probably not all sunshine and rainbows, right? But we shall see. And so yeah, I think that about concludes my review of this episode. Again, I believe probably everybody would like this episode. Maybe some people would complain that Mine and the king weren't executed. To be honest, I don't really know what to think either way. I mean, I would say just get rid of them and be done with it, right? You definitely don't want to leave this kind of... Oh, there's a saying, right? If you want to pick the grass clean, you need to pick it from the roots, right? Or if you want to clear weeds, you need to pick it from the roots, otherwise it will just grow again. I guess is what I want to say. But any case, you know, this was a great touching episode, great redemption for Naofumi. Although, funnily enough, I feel like he has his set personality now. He's kind of embracing his asshole character, his sort of you know, borderline evil, villainous character. So that's quite funny as well. He's probably not going to change anymore. These kinds of events, I guess, have a profound effect on a person's personality. So this is the Naofumi that we are left with. So, that's been my review of episode 21. I will see you guys next week at the same time. So, until then, bye-bye.